Peggy 3.
Hello viewers, and welcome to a bit of gameplay of MXGP 20, which Milestone have shared here. They often do this, a bit of gameplay without context, which I never really know is a good thing or a bad thing. I think in the case of MXGP 20, the new features aren't necessarily focused on purely the gameplay. There are other elements. Let's start with the gameplay that we're looking at here. I mean, for me, in terms of the uninitiated, to the expert, you might see minor changes. The person who plays MXGP all the time. Myself, I think obviously graphically it's come on leaps and bounds over the years in terms of dirt bike games compared to where we were just a few years ago, so it looks great. There's always improvements to deformation here and there, but there's always improvements to be made. Ryder still looks a bit stiff. I feel after jumps he's a little bit stiff. General body movement could do with a bit of a fine tune, it has to be said. But we are at the end of this generation, and perhaps some of those elements will come on the next generation of consoles. Who knows? Something to look forward to, maybe. But I think the main thing with this game is going to be dedicated servers, which I think, they say lag-free gaming experience, but when you have so many bikes bunching into turn one, you know that's always a bit of a challenge. There's also a race director mode, as they say here, to create online tournaments, deciding starting positions, assigning penalties and choosing the cameras to focus on, which is key for esports as well as allowing up to 4-player in the playground and the waypoint mode, to just add extra things there as well. And there's a new hype maps feature, replicating the real MX tracks configurations. So there's things that we're going to investigate all of this stuff without me going into all the detail now on later builds. So this is more of a features update rather than a gameplay update, and I thought watching this gameplay earlier today, it's probably worth mentioning that rather than just it being a completely different game. It's a development with new bits and pieces. A lot of those have been requested by the community, so I guess they've really sort of looked at community feedback and thought, let's make tweaks to the gameplay and focus on these new elements. How good those elements are, what it's going to be about, I'm going to find out at a later date, so we will have some more in-depth coverage on the channel. If you do have some questions about MXGP, what aspects would you like to have seen improved? What features are you most looking forward to? What have you not seen here that you would like to see? Do let me know in the comments. You get as much information on this as possible, and then I can put that to the developer when I speak to them. But I'm going to leave you to a bit of gameplay. That's it from me for now. As ever, more soon. Hello viewers, well thanks for watching the video today. Do like and subscribe, it supports what we do. Do become a YouTube member. YouTube Patreon supports all of our content you see on the channel, and of course lots of gaming from retro to modern games. I love it all in terms of racing action. So click on one of the 2 videos just there to find out more.